So in about 2 weeks, NASA scientists will slam a refrigerator-sized spacecraft into an astronaut. This is real life. This is not the movie Armageddon. The crash is a test, and the astronaut is not threatening Earth.
Is it an asteroid?
Yes, asteroid, not threatening Earth. Important to note. So scientists want to see if the collision can actually change this asteroid's orbit. That's the first test of its kind, and it could be a crucial step in learning how effective a crash like this could be in protecting the Earth from potentially being hit by an asteroid. The mission is expected to happen September 26th, so when it does, we're going to let you know how it goes. Meanwhile, a different NASA project being pushed back once again. The next launch attempt for its Artemis 1 moon rocket will take place on September 27th, 4 days later than originally scheduled. Now, the launch window, 70 minutes long, shorter than the 120-minute window available on September 23rd. October 2nd, another potential backup date in case this one doesn't work. Remember, the first Artemis 1 launch attempt, it was scrubbed largely due to an issue encountered during the engine bleed, which chills the engines for the launch. Officials believe that was due to a faulty sensor.
Some good news for those of us sick of those high gas prices. It is getting a little cheaper to fill up. The national average for a gallon of gasoline is $3.71, down 7 cents over the past week, the lowest it's been since the beginning of March. Those are the latest stats from AAA. It says we are seeing lower prices because the cost of oil is lower now, and gas prices usually just follow suit. AAA says as long as demand drops, which often happens after Labor Day weekend, more areas could start seeing gas below the $3 mark. Bring it on. Holiday spending expected to rise this year, but not by much. A new forecast from a consulting firm expects retail sales for the gift-buying months of November, December, and January to increase 4 to 6%. That's modest compared to last year when spending rose 15.1%. Higher costs for everyday items and services due to inflation, a big reason for that lower projection. Gifting categories that are still expected to do well this year: clothing, toys, and gift cards. It's a different story when it comes to online shopping, though. The firm is expecting online holiday spending this season to outpace last year's growth. A new offer from H-E-B could lower your grocery bills. H-E-B has launched a debit card that gives you 5% cash back on H-E-B branded products. The company says that the cash back amount will be added to the customer's debit account after the transaction is completed. The H-E-B debit card can be used as a spending card, too.
A small South Texas Latina-owned business making its national debut in Target stores this month. Based in Brownsville, JZD is owned by partners Jennifer Serrano and Veronica Vasquez. The pair says they started in 2016 with an Etsy shop, $200, and a dream. The women say that their pieces are inspired by the Hispanic community's growth and products aim to honor Hispanic heritage. The partnership with Target came after the retailer reached out to them hoping to get their products in the stores in time for Hispanic Heritage Month, started September 15th. So congratulations to them. Great stuff. Love it. $200 in a dream. You know what my dream is for today?
What?
For us to see some fun on SA Live.
You know what my dream is? Every day that these guys come back to the station with the leftover food.
And especially
Ask
your dream,
and you
Ursula,
shall receive.
It's beignets today.
Yes! Sugar, sugar.
Indeed. Michael Grimes from Beignet Stand is here, and you think of these sweet, delicious treats, but we're making a chicken sandwich out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to explain a little bit how to up your 3-step breading process so you have crispy chicken no matter when you eat it.
And you said the batter won't fall off when you bite into it,
Batter
right?
won't fall off on each bite.
Because, like you said, there's nothing worse than that when all the breading
Exactly.
comes right off.
You're all
okay?
excited. You take your first bite, and all the breading comes off the
Wait
sandwich.
to see how he does this sandwich. It's going to just blow your mind.
And of course, a local barbecue pitmaster, of course, has a new TV show. We're going to tell you all about Adrian Davila's latest
And
venture.
a list of fall finds. That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live.
All right, we've made it up to 90 degrees, and we'll see highs today in the low to mid 90s. There is an outside chance for shower or storm. We're seeing a few of those out towards Gonzales and Howattsville this afternoon. Very small chance here in San Antonio. 94 tomorrow. Some slightly drier air works in, but then humidity comes back in full force as we head towards weekend. There are some small rain chances associated with that. Nothing big, though, nothing that jumps off the page. And temperatures stay very consistent and above average.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you so much for watching. That is it for us here on the News at Noon.
And SA Live with beignets.
Oh.
Will there be leftovers?
I hope so.
All right. SA Live starts right now. Please.
You're down here. Today on SA Live, we step inside this family-owned barbecue joint that is going to be featured on an upcoming Hulu show.
Plus, we put together a list of fall finds and festivals with a list of events that you can enjoy this season and more.
And get ready for some beautiful singing. We share another original song from singer Wendy B.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yes! Sugar, sugar, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Honey,
I think the
honey.
beignets
Oh my
have
gosh, it's a blizzard! It's a beignet blizzard, and we will take it. Hello.
Look at you could make that into a little Christmas scene right there.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Good afternoon, everyone. On my coaster Hage.
I'm Fiona Gorostiza. Well, our first guest today is turning delicious beignets into something much, much more.
The unbelievable flavors this gentleman comes up with. Oh my goodness. Joining us now, Michael Grimes, co-founder and executive chef of the Beignet Stand.
Thank
Good
you
to
so
see
much for having me,
sir.
Mike and Fiona. It's always a great time at SA Live.
Yes. Okay. So that's just an example over there.
I know.
If you can look
With the abundance of
underneath-
sugar on it,
we
yes.
almost need like a
Too
mini
much
snow
sugar.
plow, right, to kind of
There you
see
go. That's perfect.
what
Now,
is underneath.
the
here.
one thing you may notice, though, that's not just your ordinary beignet. That's a chicken sandwich.
Absolutely.
I've never heard of a chicken sandwich
Yeah, we
in a beignet.
really wanted to showcase the versatility of the dough that we use at the beignet stand, and so I challenged myself to create a menu where every single entree item is served on beignets.
Okay.
So what
And
we-
how did you do this one?
So what we wanted to do is we wanted to showcase a multitude of flavors, and I always talk about combining flavors over flash. And so what we have is our beignets. We roll them a little bit thicker. Then what we do is we cut them in half. We're gonna baste them heavily with a garlic honey butter. Griddle them on our flat top so they have that nice toasty surface. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our special apple butter mayo.
apple butter mayo.
Apple butter mayo, yes. It sounds kind of crazy, but it helps just bind everything together.
On the
So
bottom?
go ahead and drizzle it on the bottom.
Okay.
Nothing is better
Gonna
for a classic chicken sandwich than to have that quintessential vinegary crunch from a good pickle. So what we have there is like our combination of a dill and bread and butter pickle. So
Pickles
go ahead,
now or
put as
chicken
little
first?
or as many as you'd like. These are your sandwiches.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put pickles on the bottom bun.
Okay,
All
pickles
right,
on the
extra
bottom.
sauce, yes, however you'd like it. Extra sauce, extra pickles. This is your sandwich. We're gonna design it. Mike already got a head
And
start on
a
his chicken.
combination dill, sweetened.
It's a mix between dill and a bread and butter. So you have a slight sweetness with it, but it's not overpowering because we already have the sweet components such as the apple butter mayo, the spicy Steen's cane syrup, and the powdered sugar.
And those are great because sometimes bread and butters get a little too
Mealy.
sweet.
Yeah, a little too sweet and sometimes a little too mealy. You like that good vinegar crisp.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do is next we're gonna put our chicken right on top of all those pickles and
This
the
was
sauce.
the communal chicken breast that we all took a bite of because it's really, really good.
It is delicious. I'm really happy with the way this came out. And like I was saying earlier, we do a 3-step breading process to ensure that all the breading stays on your sandwich through the entirety that you're enjoying eating it.
Okay, and now more of
So
the
next thing we're
apple
gonna do is
butter.
we're gonna do a drizzle of the AB mayo right on top of your chicken.
Okay.
All right, y'all. And then we're gonna take that spicy, sweet Steen's cane syrup, and we're gonna kind of just baste it on top.
So how
However
many
much
other
you'd like.
savory sandwiches do
So
you
we
have?
offer a breakfast sandwich, we offer a burger, and we offer a kid's basket as well. That way we can serve beignets all up into the lunch hour and give you something different if you don't have a sweet tooth that day.
And the breakfast, which I think we have video of this thing.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the breakfast sandwich. We serve a lot
Okay,
of
there's the
these
chicken.
Wednesday through Friday. It has 2 eggs, 2 slices of American cheese, our garlic aioli, again with that signature beignet bun. It's something special, and I encourage everyone to come and try it.
Okay.
And then, of course, we need some more powdered sugar on top, but we can use it
powdered
without
sugar.
it.
Where's
I
that?
think we're good.
Yeah, why don't we go like this?
Yeah, we can just grab some from the front.
of course,
we'll sprinkle
we have-
some on top. We'll make it work.
Put your bun on there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're all about solutions here at the beignet stand.
There we go.
All right, so we have the powdered sugar on top, we have the sweet and spicy syrup, the apple butter mayo, crispy chicken and pickles, and a beignet bun.
He's so happy. Yep, there's the dance.
It's a little
There's
bit
the
of
dance.
everything. There's flavors everywhere.
You're right.
It's one of my favorite sandwiches.
So that's
Yes.
definitely one of the more, popular items, and besides that, what else?
So,
Okay.
of course, we do seasonal beignets. We offer a variety of local offerings. So we use a local coffee roaster. I encourage you to come and try our coffee program. We use Estates Coffee. It's roasted here in San Antonio. They're a great company. I encourage you to support them as well. We also use local vendors like Go Delicious for the cajeta. We use Holdman's Honey. We try to utilize as many premium San Antonio products as possible in our business.
And you were talking about how, you have to listen to your customers, and especially the military. I love this story on what you do for military
Yeah,
folks.
so a lot of people ask where the inspiration comes for a lot of these flavors. We love listening to our guests, especially our military family. They're coming from all over the world, all different parts of the country. They bring unique flavor perspectives from where they were coming last. And it's fun to hear these stories. And one thing that we like to do with a lot of our military families that frequent our restaurant or the Stand at the Pearl is to send them off if they're facing a deployment. We like to customize a flavor for them and highlight the person that has suggested the flavor and just show our respect to them as they go on to their next step in their military career.
That's wonderful.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you started as a pop-up, of course, now have a brick and mortar.
Absolutely. We've been blessed to do all different levels. So we started off as a culinary pop-up in front of coffee shops. Actually, before then, we were in a sauce and spice line for barbecue. Then we opened a food truck and started the Pearl Farmers Market. And now we're blessed to be able to serve our guests at 8343 Broadway, just inside Loop 410 in San Antonio.
I love a guest that talks a lot so I can eat.
Yes,
So thank you very much for
yes.
that. Yeah, it's that great corridor right there,
Oh,
right
yes, we're
across from
located-
Raising Cane's,
Yep.
next to Wild Barley. And
Absolutely. La
And you said-
Panaderia is a stone's throw away.
And you said a lot of local restaurants, small restaurants like you, like to work together on things,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I encourage all business owners, small business owners, to collaborate with others. It helps us. We're power in numbers. We may not have the purchasing power of a corporation or have the influence or reach that they have, but united together with other local businesses, you can strengthen your ties within the community and help each other to avoid some costly mistakes that could happen in the future.
He
We're
is a-
going to talk more about how,
Exactly.
and a program that's available for free.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Folks to take
kind
advantage
of
of in a little
a
bit.
mentor,
yeah.
and we're also, beignets.
Yeah.
Some of these flavors, we are going to learn about all of those. So once again, if you'd like more information on the beignet stand, head over to SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. We provided a link. Just click that QR code on your screen, and this sandwich is beyond
That's so good.
I'm glad you all are enjoying it.
It's so good.
All right.
Okay.
Fall is right around the corner, and
Is
remember
it?
when
Is it, Mike?
Well, let's
Is
hope
it going to
so.
feel like fall anytime soon, Mike?
No. But remember when all the new shows would come out on network TV way back when, and now you got all the streaming shows. What one are you looking forward to this fall?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
I mean,
Is this season 4? I think. 5? Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, five.
Okay. A lot of shows coming out. What are you looking forward to? Share some of the ideas, because everybody likes to talk about different streaming shows and all that.
Yes, let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and you may see your answer a little later in the show.
Okay, from over-the-top beignets that are delicious to classic family barbecue recipes.
Davila's Barbecue is a San Antonio area barbecue joint over there in Seguin that has family recipes going back generations. Our Jen Tobias Trusky takes us inside a look at the pit and family that makes this business so successful.
Centrally located in the heart of Seguin, Davila's Barbecue brings in regulars and new customers for some great food and welcoming hospitality.
It's always been about just keeping that fire on, just put that barbecue on in the morning and just go to work, just do it. It's that simple. This is what happens when you actually have to work, sweat. That's what barbecue's about, is just lighting the fire and putting it on the meat and working really hard.
What many may not know is the history and challenges this family faced to keep the flame burning. Pitmaster Adrian Davila's grandfather, Raul Davila, started serving up barbecue in the 1940s in Luling and Lockhart, eventually moving his family to Seguin in 1959. Adrian's father, Edward Davila, has been helping with the family business since then.
We came to Seguin, and somehow my dad got lucky and ended up on the main road going from Houston to San Antonio. So
This is the highway.
That's the main. There was no IH-10, no 123 bypass. You usually have the small barbecue places, but usually they were run by minorities.
And the world was different. Segregation and discrimination made it difficult for financing for small businesses, especially for people of color.
And so, of course, funds were limited. We couldn't get financing. It's hard for us to get my dad to get any kind of finances. So whatever he did, whatever he had, it came out of his pocket. He had to own and finance everything.
So the Davilas pushed through to do the best with what they had, all for the love of barbecue.
For me, that's the only thing I know, because he started with nothing, from scratch, and built it up in the 60s and 50s. So he did what he could with what he had.
He built our pits outside. Yeah.
As barbecue evolves, the Tex-Mex twist continues, starting here by putting some brisket in a tortilla.
Tender like barbacoa, flavorful like a steak. That warm, pillowy tortilla that like mama used to make. And then you like top of a pico de gallo and avocado, and it just like brings it all together. And of course, when I was younger, in the front, it was the butcher block barbecue and the classic ribs, brisket, sausage, those things, and potato salad and beans. A lot of times in the back, Grandpa was cooking the lengua and the cabeza, and whether it was for their own consumption or another meal, those worlds always seemed to come together of what we enjoyed. Put it in a tortilla, put some pico, some salsa on it. That's how we ate, right?
Pitmaster Adrian Davila continues to share his culture and love for great food. Author of his own book.
I was thinking about writing a book. I wanted to tell our story, and of course, the barbecue first and foremost. But then I realized all these abuelas and tias and amas that you were around that contributed to such a rich history of food that I was able to participate in, eat a lot of tortillas and all of those things. But yet, the history behind that, and so that was me. And I noticed or looked, and that hadn't been really written in a national conversation.
Where he got all that cooking knowledge, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he does I wouldn't even think about doing.
A strong foundation, a dedicated family, proving hard work pays off.
You look up to my grandmother, my grandfather, and my grandmother, my mom, surrounded by a family that just worked so hard every day, never gave up, and so you believe every day, you believe that that's what you can do. You put the hard work in, you can do anything.
So they obviously are your examples, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's a set example for other people, younger people that want to be like him.
And so if anything, to be proud of what you do is to be shown that if you believe in your kids, and then they can do anything.
For SA Live.
And that's something that was given to me by my family.
I'm Jen Tobias Stresky.
I love that shot of them standing there in the kitchen together.
Davila's Barbecue will be featured on an appearance on the new Hulu cooking competition Best in Dough. In the episode, Adrian is pitted against other barbecue pros around the U.S., and they were tasked to move out of their comfort zones by working with pizza rather than slow-cooked barbecue.
Wow, and to celebrate the TV appearance, Davila's Barbecue is going to host a watch party on Tuesday, September 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. and attendees can purchase pizza slices that replicate the pie that Davila created for the episode. Oh, I bet that's going to be good. SA Live continues with another original song from a local singer, Wendy B, who recently performed her Coming Home concert.
And we share a list of festivals and spooky events for the season. That's next on SA Live.
Welcome back to SA Live. A beautiful afternoon. Well, of course, fall officially begins next week on the 22nd. Whether it feels like it, that's a whole different story. So.
All right, and there are tons of fun finds and festivals in our area ahead of the big kickoff. All right, one of them, the South Texas Maze in Hondo, officially opens up this Saturday. This year's maze design celebrates Dehennis High School baseball and softball teams. They also have a pumpkin patch, live music, a zip line, and an array of fun things to do with the family through November 19th.
Also this Saturday, Zoo begins at the San Antonio Zoo. It's a family-friendly, non-spooky celebration filled with zoo-likeful animals and fun, including costume parties, daily free trick-or-treating hour, and exciting interactions for little ghouls and goblins. It runs through, of course, October 31st.
There's a free event this Saturday in the Hill Country. It's the Kerrville River Festival. This family-friendly fest will include an HEB Kids Zone with bounce houses, rock walls, bungee jumping, face painters, and more. The Kids Zone will be open from noon to 6:30, and there will also be funnel cakes, barbecue, and pizza.
Hey, catch them before they fly away. Hummingbirds are migrating in the area right now as they make their way south ahead of winter. So to help these frequent flyers on their journey, Texas Parks and Wildlife says you can brew nectar for hummingbird feeders using 4 parts water and 1 part white table sugar.
2 new haunted houses and terror tories are coming to SeaWorld San Antonio this Friday for Howl Scream. The not-so-scary spectacular kicks off too with a corn maze, in-park trick-or-treating, and photo opportunities with Spookly the Square Pumpkin.
Now, speaking of scary, meanwhile, the 13th floor opens up on Saturday with 3 new terrifying attractions, including All Hallows Eve, Outcast Carnival, and the Asylum. I had to throw it in there. Chills just thinking about it. Did you like that laugh?
Oh, and tonight at the Majestic Theater, you can catch the Broadway hit music 80s Down, where a song can change your fate. The Tony Award-winning production is about the mythical love story of Hades and Persephone, among others. It's showing through this Sunday, so grab your tickets because this is a hot show. Now, we have the links to all these events on our website, salive.com. Just click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or scan the QR code right there on your screen.
So much to do. Fall is in, well, I was going to say fall's in the air, but
not quite.
Still doesn't feel like it. All right, still ahead on the show, it's dessert time with the beignet stand. That sandwich was just out of this world, and look at ththose dessert beignets. You are not going to believe it. One-of-a-kind flavors.
And up next, you've seen her Texas barbecue. Now she is trekking across the state to learn the stories behind the meat. She's got a recipe for us. Don't go anywhere.
Well, she is a live fire cook, author of Hardcore Carnivore, and now she's hosting season 3 of the popular beef-loving Texans video, BarbeQuest. And we are talking about the Hardcore Carnivore herself, Jess Pryles. Welcome. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, 4 recipes for the show, and you're sharing one today. What are you making?
I am making something that's really perfect because we're deep into tailgate season here in Texas. So we're going to be doing these grilled cheddar jalapeno meatballs. You can make them on the smoker or the oven, and you can find all of the recipes and the precise ingredients on beeflovingtexans.com. But what I'm going to start with, this is my trick. I've got ground beef in the bowl. These are tortilla chips that have been soaked in milk, and I know that sounds really weird, but that's how you keep the meatballs moist.
Oh.
Then we're going to add in, yeah, right? So we're going to add in some diced jalapenos, and we're going to go in with the diced cheddar. And then finally, I'm going to season it with my Hardcore Carnivore red seasoning. You know, the inspiration for these was those classic jalapeno cheddar sausages you find at all the barbecue joints across Texas.
Okay, so was that your inspiration for this recipe, obviously?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, that combo of cheddar jalapeno is so classic Texan as well.
In addition to visiting some of the state's most popular barbecue joints, you also visited a working cattle ranch. What was that like?
Well, you know, I have a lot to do with ranchers and producers, and for me, we also went to a feed yard, and for me, it was like a real source of pride and honor to be able to share where the meat starts its journey. You know, Texas barbecue is amazing, but it's really dependent on quality beef. So to be able to shine the spotlight on the producers across the state was really special. It was really cool to see.
Okay, so you form those up into meatballs, and then about how long do they cook?
So they're going to take about 30 minutes on the grill. You do them indirect so that it can cook all the way through. And for food safety, you can use a meat thermometer to check that they're cooked through to 165 degrees.
I have never heard of cooking meatballs on the grill before. I love it though, because you get that good grill smoky flavor to it, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I'll get this out of the way because these ones look way better. You can see they get that beautiful mahogany color that comes from the grill as well. Extra flavor, extra color. The cheese is bubbly and melted. What's not to love, right?
Oh, I wish we weren't zooming right now. You're making me hungry just looking at those things. So do you just eat them like that, or do you put barbecue sauce on them, or how do you like to do them?
Yeah, you can serve them just like this, especially we talked about tailgates before. You can put some toothpicks in them. You can put ranch with them, barbecue sauce with them. You know the rule of Texas barbecue is barbecue sauce always has to go on the side, right?
Can you come to my next tailgate party, please, and bring those meatballs with you? What can you look forward to on season 3 of BarbeQuest?
We visit some of the best barbecue joints in Texas. We actually also visit what is now considered to be the #1 barbecue joint. You'll see a lot of family meals, fusion inspirations. If nothing else, if you love looking at food and looking at great barbecue, watch BarbeQuest. Trust me.
I'm sold. Thank you very much. You can watch all 3 seasons of BarbeQuest and find exclusive recipes online at beeflovin'texans.com. And the show is also on Hulu this season. Jess, thank you very much.
You bet. Thank y'all.
Still ahead, we've been following Dewey the dog through training, and today we get to meet the veteran who will take this pup home. And we taste more sweet and unique beignet flavors from the beignet stand. That's next on SA Live. I'm just gonna let that. Oh my goodness gracious! Welcome back to SA Live. We are ready to dive into the dessert beignets after that just phenomenal chicken sandwich.
Yes, and joining us once again is, of course, Michael Grimes,
Thank you so
co-founder
much.
and executive chef of the Beignet Stand. All right, so now we are diving into the sweet.
Exactly.
Okay, what kind of beignets did you bring?
So I brought 2 flavored beignets that we offer at the Beignet Stand. We like to do a new flavor every single week, and I try my best not to repeat flavors, but we do have some that become fan favorites, and we bring them back. Of course, we always emphasize that our guests' flavor choices are what we like to present to our guests. So today we have our banana pudding, Nutella, and peanut butter vanilla wafer beignet. We also have our churro beignet, which we fill with cajeta, and this cajeta is a local product from Go Delicious LLC out in New Braunfels, and we have a little bit of toasted coconut on that. So
okay, if you can pass over some of those
absolutely.
things, what I'm
going to do is Fiona's going to be in charge of cajeta, and you're going to be in charge of that churro bowl actually, and then I'm going to shift this around to you, Mike. You're going to be in charge of powder, and then I'm going to have you do the banana pudding and the Nutella.
Okay.
Here is your topping. So here is your topping.
Fill it with banana pudding?
Yeah, go ahead and fill it with banana pudding.
Okay.
Do I do that?
And you fill yours, but let's actually toss this in the churro mix first.
Okay.
Just give it a flip around.
So just until it starts coming out the top?
Absolutely. You can put as much as you'd like.
Oh, wow.
These are your all's beignets. Okay.
And
so we have
then
them coated. And then we can set this down on the tray. It makes it easier for topping.
Now, do I powder it?
Yeah, powder the top of it.
Okay. Both of them?
Sure. Go ahead. Spread the love. So after we powder them, we're going to go ahead. You're going to drizzle your Nutella, and you're going to fill your beignet with the cajeta. And to let our viewers know, cajeta, if they don't know, is a Mexican goat's milk style caramel.
Really?
Absolutely.
God, that sounds
it's
good.
delicious. So what we're going to do, let me help you a little
There we
bit.
go.
Did you
there
get
we
some?
Go. Yep, there we go.
There we go.
It's happening.
Hard to come out of there.
I know.
Okay.
Perfect. Y'all are doing great.
And
you get a good
then,
forearm workout when you do this. We fill a lot of beignets. And then you're going to top it with the toasted coconut, and you're going to top yours with the vanilla wafer and peanut butter cracker crumble.
Oh my gosh.
heavens to
I could
Betsy.
eat this toasted coconut.
The best thing about beignets is its infinite possibilities. Whatever you can imagine, we can make happen. So
You've even done something with a mushroom before.
Absolutely. We did a marshmallow beignet. So we made marshmallow filling out of shiitake mushrooms.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Anything is possible.
Okay, we teased kind of in the first segment about the sort of the mentoring program
Yes, absolutely.
for local business,
So
for local
I really want to
restaurants,
take this time while I'm on the air to showcase Launch SA. We benefited greatly from this program. It is a program offered by the city of San Antonio. They have cohorts multiple times a year. Ryan Saltz heads that program. They give you all the knowledge and tools you need to have a best chance possible going into the industry. If you have this entrepreneurial itch that you just can't leave aside and you don't want to leave something a conversation and you want to take action and make it happen, I encourage you to reach out to the city, reach out for Launch SA, enroll in their program. It'll give you everything you need, from the type of insurance you need to the type of food costs you need to follow. I mean, everything under the sun. They have local businesses as mentors. My wife and I offer a class called Pivoting for Success. I just encourage you all to do that. So don't leave anything to conversation.
To not feel alone in the process.
Absolutely,
right?
yes. We have benefited greatly from it. We have friends that have other businesses that have helped us with collaborations, have helped us with contractors, you name it. We have people to call. We don't feel like we're alone on this journey.
And you were the first non-NOLA tell us about.
Okay, so
being
Beignet
part
Fest.
of
Yes,
this
in 2018,
festival.
we were invited to participate in their state donut festival called Beignet Fest in City Park. We were the only vendor outside of the state of Louisiana to participate, and you better believe we flew the Texas flag. We flew it high. We placed in the top 10. It was such a great experience. Everybody in Louisiana had a great attitude. They welcomed us with open arms, and we had a line about a football field long for about 8 hours. It was amazing.
If you taste these things, you know why. So these are just two of the flavors. By the way, this is just wonderful as
Thank
can
you so
be.
much.
How many different kind of concoctions?
So to
flavors
date, we've done over 300 different varieties. And like I said, a lot of this inspiration comes from our guests. It comes from doing weddings where we get to sit down with brides and grooms and create beignet flavors based off their favorite desserts. One of mine that I always love to mention is the bride and groom one loved raspberry and the other one loved lemon bars, so we made raspberry lemon bar beignets.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's a match made in heaven.
We love-
Do I have stuff on my
Yeah,
face?
here.
And that, Mike, if you know that goes for y'all as well. If you guys have a suggestion, if you want to see something at the beignet stand, I will create a flavor. Just, you know where to find me, message me, and we'll make it happen.
And of course, if anybody missed it earlier, you also have coffees.
Absolutely.
lemonades.
We have fresh lemonade and fresh coffee. Again, we use estate coffee. We love using local products. We love this city. We love supporting it. And we can't wait to serve y'all.
It's the dough corridor, you said?
Yeah, we're slowly labeling it the dough corridor. We have wild barley, we have the beignet stand, La Panaderia, all within this city block. Come just inside Loop 410 off Broadway.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Delicious.
You're
All right.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
For more information on the beignet stand, just head to our website, SALive.com. Click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, where we've provided a link, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
All right, still ahead. Seer Whitney B performs for us at the end of the show. Another single off her new CD.
Plus, this is a positive local story. A service dog finds a new home with a military servicewoman who has experienced trauma. That's next.
Well, over the last few months, we have gotten to know this guy, Dewey, a service dog being provided to a military servicewoman who has experienced trauma, and now he is here in the studio checking in after some time with his new recipient. It's all thanks to a partnership between AFFCU, Total Dog, and the Pink Berets. And we have got a bunch of folks here today. Carrie Grant, Vice President of Marketing with AFFCU, Bryce Kavanaugh, owner and founder of Total Dog, Stephanie Gattas, who is the CEO and founder of Pink Berets, and our veteran, Felicia Lewis. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
Okay, big day today. So first of all, Carrie, tell us about the recipient for Dewey.
Well, the Pink Berets identified a great candidate for Dewey. Felicia is a veteran of the Marine Corps and the Army, and I know she's very excited to meet Dewey.
Okay, how meaningful is it for AFFCU to be able to do this?
Well, it's been a great experience for the credit union. AFFCU staff and members have loved seeing and hearing about Dewey's journey and training. And it's something that we do at AFFCU that's giving back to our community, making a positive difference in our members' lives and in the community here in San Antonio.
Speaking of training, Bryce, what commands does he know?
So Dewey knows probably about 12 different commands, most of which are used to mitigate whatever it is that Felicia needs. So he helps block and create space for her in public, helps mitigate social anxiety and things that are going on. He also helps with night tremors and things like that.
Okay, and this is going to be the ongoing training, right?
It will be. Now that we've matched them up, we're going to make sure that he fits exactly what her lifestyle requires, and then we're just going to keep going until she finally says, all right, Bryce, we got this.
Okay, Stephanie, what are some of the ways a service animal like Dewey can help a person who's living with PTSD?
He could really help Felicia diffuse the situation at home. So in the environment, Dewey can really identify what her stress level is like and help her diffuse that stress level.
Okay, and this is kind of in a way, a marriage. I mean, they have to live with each other, get to know each other, right?
Absolutely. And for me, I mean, you're paying it forward in a number of ways. So with AFFCU and Total Dog really helping us make this marriage happen, you're also paying it forward by providing Dewey a home and then by providing Felicia the help that she needs.
And Felicia, what's your reaction? Because this is the day when you guys are really kind of getting together, right?
It is. I'm so honored and I'm blessed. It's truly a blessing what you all have done for me. Thank you. And it gives me a new purpose in life. So thank you again.
Awesome. Any plans with Dewey going on walks or anything? I mean,
oh, we're about to go hang out today.
Yeah, go hang out a little bit
anywhere we want.
Just have a lot of fun.
Yes.
So, well, of course, thank you very much for your service, Army, Marine Corps. Navy veteran here,
Yes, sir.
another Marine Corps veteran. Really appreciate all of that. Membership to AFFCU has expanded to anyone in or around San Antonio. To learn more about the credit union and how to open an account, just call 800-227-5328 or visit the website goaffcu.com. Next on the show, are you beginning your family planning journey? How the Baptist Healthy Women's Center can get you started with free services. That's when SA Live continues.
It's a free pregnancy center with several locations around San Antonio, and you can get the services that you need to ensure a healthy pregnancy. And guess what? It is growing. And here to tell us all about it is Felipa Castillo, OB Navigator at Baptist Health System Healthy Women's Center. Hey there, Felipa, how are you?
Hi, hello.
All right, tell folks a little bit about the Healthy Women's Center. What services do you offer? Because this is incredible to have this in the community.
Yes, ma'am. Baptist Healthy Women's Services offer a comprehensive portfolio of services to ensure our patients are prepared as they begin their journey. Our pregnancy specialists can help you find out if you're expecting a baby and connect you to the services you will need throughout your pregnancy. We will assist you in finding a provider and schedule your first appointment.
All right, so I mean, that's major help just right out of the gate right there. Tell us about the patients that you see.
We serve the entire community. We have clients visit us from Somerset, Poteet, Lavernia, and all surrounding communities.
All right, so from all over, okay, and they can come to you for these services. Do you have to have insurance to be a patient?
No, ma'am, there is no cost. Our services are free. We will determine if you qualify for Medicaid or other financial assistance.
So how many locations do you have and where are they located?
We have 5 locations throughout San Antonio and one coming soon at the Westover Hills.
So how does it make you feel to be able to provide these services to folks who need it?
I love my job and it's so rewarding. It makes me feel good helping others.
What is the reaction from the patients?
They're very happy with the assistance they get. The majority of the patients I get are Spanish speaking only. So when they find out that that I'm able to speak Spanish too, they're very happy.
Oh, it's got to be incredibly rewarding. Thank you so much, Felipa, for your time. Let's get the information up on the screen. For more on the Baptist Health System Healthy Women's Center, all you have to do is call 888-868-5951. That's 888-868-5951, or visit the website baptisthealthsystem.com/pregnancy testing. Felipa, once again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Tomorrow on SA Live, deals on drinks and great food. Must be a holiday. We're going to show you a perfect place to celebrate Mexican Independence Day.
Plus, you've had them so many times, but can you get them just right? We're getting ready for Hispanic Heritage Month by sharing the secret to perfect homemade tortillas. It's all tomorrow at 1 right here on SA Live. All right, earlier we asked you what TV shows are you looking forward to this fall? For us, it was Yellowstone. Bertha says, all creatures great and small, Cleaning Lady, Shelton, Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer is good. I want to, Cleaning Lady looks good. I need to do that. Chicago Trilogy, Med, Fire, and PD.
Rachel says, Abbott Elementary, Amazing Race, Interview with a Vampire.
The Abbott Elementary, I like the ads for that on ABC.
Oh, yes.
House of Dragons.
Happening right now, House of Dragons, yes.
And so many more. You always hear about them. Okay, San Antonio singer Wendy B, aka Wednesday Ball, performed her Coming Home concert just a couple of weeks ago.
She had been out of state for a while and returned home with her new songs. Here is another original song that she performed for us off her new CD. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 1. Take it away, Wendy.
Looking back on the days I was so unsure, thinking that someone else could love me more, knowing that what we have was a love so pure. I had to face the fact my love for you still endures. Only you can make my heart sing. Only you gave me everything. Only you can set my heart free. Only you can make me happy. Now I see our love for what it really is. I know that there's no escaping this. To put away my foolish pride, the grass ain't greener on the other side. Can make my heart sing. Gave me everything. Can set my heart free. Can make me happy. And the price I had to pay when I chose to run away. You told me to come home.